Welcome to Onivia Highlights. These are the best highlights from the LCK Spring 2025.
Yeah. I wonder if he's in any trouble here. We got Cuz coming down, and he's got the inside track, a decently sized wave as well. Bit of damage coming in. Cuz looks like he does want to get in on this one. The flash comes out from Keen, but he just gets crit down by the Jin, and his first blood over to the Nefiri already.
Both of which are incredible at diving turrets. And then we're also having Sion in a...
Oh, Chovy in a rough spot here as he might be going down. He's got flash, though, and he's just trying to walk it off. I think he will be okay. A dive, though, brewing on the bottom side.
Peter's like, I'll flash forward. I'll get him.
It's a very different vibe from the bro and brew type of brewing. And yeah, a lot of action down in that south jungle. I do wonder what is going to happen if there will be a collapse in here. Duro just kind of walking around, baiting them into a fight. As Cuz goes untargetable, Peter getting pretty low though, has to flash away, and immediately the punish is coming out from Gen.G. They went a bit too deep in the enemy jungle, and wow, look at the damage coming out from the Xin Zhao as well. Chovy nearly dies, but he lives on a little bit of health, and that's going to be feats of warfare over to Gen.G. And for about 7.5 minutes.
Well, this looks maybe a little better for KT because we do have Dokdom already on the way. A 5v5 possibly here.
I'm not sure if KT should really fight this one. They're going to engage onto a Xin Zhao. That's not going to work. In goes Peter, he dies immediately. And now we got Nefiri in a lot of trouble. Cuz just running away. The Jin ult does hit everyone, but it just didn't do that much damage at this point in the game. As a big decimating smash hits 3, but casting is alone, and it's just a free fight for Gen.G. They're going to get 5 grubs as well.
The last fight I liked in principle, immediate follow-up from the rest of the team, and just 100-0 him in the CC and take him down. Like that.
Well, they're going to try to do it again, but nobody's there. I mean, the follow-up is just not there. The damage isn't there, BDD wasn't there, and now Peter's just going to die. He's just free food. And I feel for Peter, he's trying to make plays, but like the coordination on the side of the KT is just non-existent. Dokdom going to try to disengage code, and he gets denied. I am so happy about that. You have no idea.
Wow. Dokdom hater over here.
No, just a disengaged cone hater, but man.
Even for me, this is a tough.
Dokdom engaged on. Now, Ruler doesn't have his blade caller, so he's just engaged on, and then he walks away. Now, Dokdom steps back up, nearly dies. He does not have his flash, but he does have barriers, so maybe that's why. Trying to bait Ruler into something. To be fair, I mean, when you're this far behind, you do have to take risks. You do have to go for funky plays that look weird to try to set stuff up and bait the enemy team in.
For me, this is great. Because for me, all this is doing...
Chronicler, they're diving the second turret in the top lane. BDD's just dead. Okay, well, down he goes.
This is making sure that the expectations are as low as possible going into the T1 series. And guess who I predicted there?
Yeah, KT.
I did, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm feeling great right now.
You're the only one who did that, by the way.
I don't know if I'm delusional or if it's actually good.
Maybe KT would have had a chance, but then you predicted them, so now all bets are off. Keen is very deep, but he's got flash, and so he just flashes over to Duro, who of course is controlling the enemy jungle 16 minutes into the game. Now, Gen.G, they're only 7,000 gold ahead here at 16 minutes.
Your fiber and your
yeah, exactly.
Right? Oh, I get it.
I wanted to have some greens in there.
Oh yeah, I still have one batch of what I call house might be dead.
Well, he has his flash. And Duro is flashing after him. They're going very deep for this one, but I think it doesn't matter. They can just do this. Meanwhile, Chovy is, he had that prepared. He had the knockback ready for when Cuz gets over the wall. And Chovy just, I mean, for him...
The turret's still up!
Yeah. Casting's just ulting the other way.
Nice. Get that wave, bud.
Yeah.
You got him.
Huge. Yeah, they have a bunch of Void Mites here that they can push with.
One more. Come on.
Alongside of the Rift Heralds.
One more wave. Casting.
Ruler took the aggro from the turret.
He can do one more wave. It's fine. So he has this game. I don't think it's happening.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Well, okay, what if he dives the fountain on purpose?
I think,
at the end.
You know, pro gamers generally don't care too much about the milestones, but I think this one he cares about a little bit. Duro got stuck behind a wall, and he is going to get out.
To the best of us.
Or is he? Okay, the flash comes out. Yeah, he's getting out. Casting also is going to flash away. Meanwhile, Cannon's just doing his own jungle while Keen is pushing the bot lane. They're 10,000 gold ahead at 19 minutes.
He traded flash for flash. That's worth.
How did this game fall apart so quickly?
Like, what was it, 7-8 minutes in, they started to fall behind?
It was 7.5 minutes. That's when the fight happened in their jungle.
Yeah.
And then at 12 minutes, it was like only a 3,000 gold
Just
lead.
don't make mistakes.
In the span of 7 minutes, it's been like a 7,000 gold lead. More. Peter's going to knock away Ruler. And I guess he'll deny Ruler the kill. Chovy's going deep for one. Got to be careful not to die, though, as meanwhile, Duro is going to finish off the Jin. In goes Cuz. He wants to get that kill, but Chovy's just so far ahead, it's just not going to happen. It's not going to happen.
Oh, he knew about that.
Not this game.
Oh, my God.
Yep.
This is just mean towards me.
I mean, it's
without
true, so
without adding seat stealing.
they're not baseless, you know.
Yes, they are.
All right, we're diving Chovy. We're gonna get a kill on Chovy.
He doesn't have flash.
BDD did get stunned.
He doesn't have flash.
Oh no! They're gonna try to get him. He doesn't have flash, and down goes Chovy. And there you go. He dies. It is possible. He's human. And the rest of the game will play out normally. Gen.G are pushing mid lane, and they might just end the game now. Cannon's soloing the Alacon.
This gives me the same feeling as when Rich killed the perfect game.
Yeah.
And you're like, man, just let them have it at this point. Like, it's not going to matter. Why would you do that?
It's about sending a message.
Yeah.
Maybe you're going to beat us by over 10,000 golds, and it's going to be a really one-sided game. But
is it
we
time?
killed Chovy.
Is it time to have the Chovy's washed conversation?
Sure.
He died.
Yeah, he did die, so I think it's over for him. Maybe next year. We can all hope. Casting is just getting bullied. Looks like he'll be okay.
Canyon is just so...
Yeah, what if Canyon wasn't soloing the Otacon? What if he was top lane?
Yeah, Canyon.
Yeah.
What's that about?
Why didn't he help out Chovy? Meanwhile, Peter's dead. And there is a fight going on. KT still fighting this one, and now Xin Zhao getting pretty low, but he does throw his ult in, and a massive shot, or knockback does come through. The seismic shove from Chovy, and that is going to do a nice amount of damage. But low health bars here on the side of Gen.G. Yes, they are very far ahead, but they got themselves into a wonky spot, and they're not going to overplay their hands.
They're scaling, though.
Dinner served soon. We got to get to that dinner. That's kind of how it feels when Gen.G are playing.
Cuz steal this.
Well, he's going to be on the opposite side of the wall, and that's a big ult.
Wait, they can get it.
They can just
They can get it.
They can just take the Baron. And it goes to Jin. KT. They're not out of this yet. They are going to lose Peter, but they got the Baron. And now they're only 9,000 gold behind. For a second, I thought we had DNF later, but it's actually Bro versus DRX. It's a different series. Trying to chase after Ruler here. Gen.G now are taking this a bit more seriously. They're setting up traps. They're hiding on bush. And they're going to throw out a wall here. Looking for BDD, who is going to knock in Chovy! And Chovy goes down. And all of a sudden, KT are coming back in this game. We got a Jin ult now. We're going to hold them down. But it does just a meager amount of damage here to... Oh, here comes Casting. Choo-choo! Very nice angle. He's not going to hit anything, but in he goes. Going to force Gen.G to turn around, and this is a 4v5. The Peter ult misses, though. And so not a great angle. Duro goes in, goes out. And KT, they want to fight over something here. They need to get some standing gold on the map. Canyon getting low. He's got his ult, though. That is going to push them away. Duckdom getting extremely low himself. The knockup comes in from Duro. Ult from Cuz. They want to take out Keen here. There's now redemption on the top side, but Keen is all alone. They're isolating him, but he kills them all instead. And Duckdom not able to finish the job. And they went just a bit too deep for this one. They saw the angles, they saw the light, and BDD, he only gets the recon. It's a triple kill for Keen. And now we got TP coming in here as well. Chovy wants his revenge, and he'll take out Casting with Ruler. And maybe now Gen.G can end the game. If not, they'll get an Ocean Soul at least.
It says a lot about the split that Chovy's been having that I sold that to Leah Wally and I'm like, oh man, I can't wait to see what his angle is. His angle was faceplant. It did not work. Complete disaster. But the rest of Gen.G also has colossal gold leads, right? We are talking about, before that fight, it was like, what, 3K for Keen? This Jace is an absolute monster. As the Nexus sure to fall. Gen.G had a little bit of fun with it. But it did not feel like they were threatened. And now they do have the powered up Ocean Soul. As why are we being mean to Doc Dom, guys? You're fine. Definitely, there are compositions where you see that and you need to have a conversation about how do we ever win if we fall behind. I don't think we both know Maiden Abyss.
Maiden Abyss, yeah.
That.
Oh, wait, he dashed into it! Oh, BDD! Not like this!
Oh no, not the face cam! Oh. You get hit and you get slapped and you just die. And
generally, like, it's a Lee Sin Q.
Oh,
Second
yeah.
it hits you and you're like, oh, I'm dead.
Yeah, oh, that's fun.
Yeah. KT going for this. They get the one grub. And Smite used. So, okay, this is Smite coming down from Canyon. The engage goes in, but that's on the two tankiest members of Gen.G. Now Casting does get a very nice equalizer, though, as Peter eventually goes down. And the equalizer does do a whole lot of damage. But Keen comes in, and Duck Dom is out of the fight. And now Casting and Cuz, they might get this kill on Canyon. But I don't know if they're getting out. It looks like Gen.G, they want to dive Duck Dom and maybe get some turret plates instead and just leave them be. Kind of a weird zoom out fight that we get occasionally. Cuz is coming back. But yeah, Duck Dom's dead. The ball doesn't even hit. And Casting gets away.
I'm going to be real. I think you just go for by Keen. And then it goes from there. And then Peter, again, these engages.
Well, he might just die again. There's the stun from the Braum. And he doesn't have flash because they just fought before. So goes in. Not really sure how he got hit there.
Maybe, yeah, as mentioned, I think the fight, it's another example. I feel like Peter's had a lot of these where the engage can be good, like the idea is nice, but you need your team to also be ready. Otherwise, you're just going alone and dying. But also, we don't know what the comms are. Maybe the rest are saying go for the engage, and then there's no follow-up. It's always hard to know. But that def mid, not really an excuse for that one.
Well, Duro's here. We do have an equalizer, but the Gust of Blows do come in, and Casting doesn't have his flash, so he might just die. The kill on Chovy! They get him again in game number 2. Meanwhile, we have a sleep up in the top side. Can Cuz kill any of them? The burn coming in. He's got Leandri's. Keen goes down. And KT trade up on both sides of the map.
Are we gaming?
So it's just a free turret for Gen.G. Feels like a little bit of an oversight. And now Chovy just going to be able to both teams 5v5. Rift Heralds, leashed. And they're going in onto Peter, who is getting pretty low. That one is stolen by Canyon, and he just locks him into the wall. The damage not quite there to BDD. He does go back, and now the Braum goes down. Low health bars here for KT. They don't get the eye yet. Cuz not going to be able to deny Canyon from getting that, though. Here comes the Realm Warp. They go straight into Casting a Duck Dom, not carrying a single bit. And no disengage cone for you this time either. The engage cone comes in from Canyon. We got an arrow that is dodged and a rock. But it's not going to land. Gen.G, they win the fight.
I'm gonna have to look again. PD did 300 damage in that fight. A little more here.
Flashing on Ruler, and they're gonna get him. That's 535 gold given to BDD's Yone.
Gold leads the same when this turret falls. Good enough.
Uh-oh.
Oh, no.
The punish. He kind of knows, but not really.
No, he doesn't know.
Yeah, he doesn't. Well, he doesn't have his ult. He doesn't have flash. And he has Cuz. Oh, a little dash away. Okay. Cuz gonna force the flash himself. Duro.
Runs going down. Obviously, we do know Costa survives. And then BDD held his ult. Just tasty snack. And the fact that Ruler flashes and just dies, that's a big deal. That cooldown not being available.
Yeah.
It's actually a game. I know we've been memeing a lot.
This is a game.
But this is playable for KT.
This is a real game. I mean, we have
fights if left alone if they get to 3 items. But what if we just killed Canyon and didn't care?
I mean, I don't know if you ever do. And okay, it's going to be pulled out of the wall. And maybe you do now.
You have to sleep.
Yeah. Sleep available. Impale comes through. No help for Canyon. It's just a kill. And yes, you absolutely do, Valdez. Easy kill onto Canyon. I think he got a heart steal stacked
they're
up.
going to burst it down.
Yeah.
It's just gone.
They're just going to let it go. KT? They're in the game. Akon for free? Well, they might have to pay with the mid-inner, but Equalizer comes down. Chovy wanted to stick around, but he's taking a bunch of damage. He is quite tanky, but because the good
pedals.
Their whole top side of the map is ahead on levels on everyone that's not keen. But they don't have that OP item, which is still having some back and forth. It is still a game so far. Little arrow is going to hit. That hitbox was insane. Casting is going to flash away. And the follow-up with Engage Wrong just going to miss. But now even Heal used to try to take him down. And do they even get him? Looks like eventually they will. Just barely going to take a bunch of damage. Meanwhile, we got this dragon just given over. Gen.G say, well, if you want one Hextech dragon, we'll just take your base instead. They're going to get a bunch of turrets off of this. They get 2 in mid, it looks like, and 1 in top, potentially, for the trade of 1 dragon. I'd say worth.
Yeah, it's a big gold swing. That's a really big gold swing. We'll see if KT get this. They do have 5 grubs, so I think they should be able to. It's not the end of the world. They trade a dragon for a mid lane turret, or it's 2 mid lane turrets, so it's not really worth, but it's not the end of the world. Yeah, do get this. So that's what, 2.5k? Gold lead still.
Difficult, or, you know, he's just going to live and do a ton of damage to you. It's a ward here on the dragon, or the Baron rather, so KT is waiting it out.
They don't know.
Oh, they're going to throw in an ult, and that's going to give them the information. They just keep them at bay. Just say, well, we're not going to engage into you. Casting on a ward, they know where he is, waiting to Equalizer. And they're looking to punish, actually. And that didn't work very well. The KT, meanwhile, they're just pushing mid. They're going to get the turret. KT playing this pretty well in the mid lane. But Gen.G do have position on the Baron. Might look to just start it.
Come on, KT. Let them take it. They have so much AoE damage. BD finishes his shield blow. That's a big spike. They're doing it right now, Valdez.
Yeah, just chipping away at it. They have a Skarner, so he can tank almost indefinitely.
Is it not just gone?
Yeah, the arrow goes in, and 3 people on it. The damage is there, Cuz going around the right side. He has the angle, but he's not going to take it. Does not flash on into that one. Try to engage on the rise, not going to work out. And now the stun comes in on the BDD. He's pulled in. The follow-up is pretty lackluster, but eventually he does go down, and Peter will fall as well. And Ruler, he's just untouched the entire time, doing insane amounts of damage. The Chaos Storm as well, burning away, ticking away at the KT health bars. So Gen.G, it was looking a little bit precarious, but then they just won the entire fight and got the Baron.
Keen kind of duking it out, but the moment it comes through, the engage needs to be crisp. And Peter, again, like, he uses so much in an attempt to get on top of Keen.
Follow up on that one either. So, yeah, Gen.G just keeping them at arm's length the entire game, it feels like. Not necessarily rushing this one. A double impale comes through. Peter trying to disengage, but it's not going to happen. The Chaos Storm is already gigantic. Big Yone ult on a 3, though. And, well, he's not going to die, but yeah, he looked cool in the ult, at least. Gigantic Chaos Storm coming on through. And Chovy, he died in this game as well, but only once. His KDA is still incredible, and he should be able to take out BDD eventually. I would imagine. He's got Zhonya, so no reason to not go for this. Takes him out, and that is the 7th kill on top of it all. And Gen.G take a relatively straightforward game number 2, and they get the 2-0 here tonight. KT, no roller coaster. We had some mild speed bumps, we called it, but that's about it. The expected...
Welcome to Onivia Highlights. These are the best highlights from the LCK Spring 2025.
Like a kombucha, you know?
It's like a... It's like a chamomile tea or something.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Very relaxed, very calm.
It doesn't create any stress.
Warm,
you enjoy
herbal.
it, you're always good.
Well, we're just running at them. Apparently, Palu does not get his Aftershock off until, well, right now. He's not doing much, but Andal also pretty low and might just go down here, but the rest of the team is on the run. And so First Blood is given over to the Jhin, but now the follow-up comes in from DRX. He's got the fear on the Hambach. There's the knockback, and that's a couple of kills for the Kalista. Meanwhile, in the top lane, Rich having a bit of trouble.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, there's something that we're very much hype during their time.
It's still nice. You can still make it.
Yeah.
It's still
Just
fine.
nobody's really talking about it anymore.
No.
Humbug's just he's getting bullied here on the Dragon. And
Humbug, I know you have healing, but you don't have that much. He's just that.
he's just going to die. I mean, he didn't have flash, so either he sticks around or we do have our fellow bro, Lucha, right?
Yeah, but I don't think that's not popular enough.
Closer, flip back, he's dead. Yep, nope, just standing in front of the level 6 Nocturne and disrespecting the Talia, and you're just going to die. Didn't even flash,
That's with
just
flash
died.
as well.
Giga Chan.
This is what we were worried about coming into the day. It's exactly what we mentioned.
I wasn't that worried, I just kind of expected it.
Well, worried because Bro have been a lot better thus far. I'm not saying worried as in, like, it also for me means that DRX is actually playing to their strengths because Yuka has been great. Sponge is good when he gets kills, and right now he's a Nocturne that I'm pretty sure has 3 stacks on his Ultimate Hunter, which is basically the dream. Meanwhile, KT is shotgunning 3 different energy drinks.
Yeah, you're along for the ride in one way or another, for better or for worse.
What's B and K?
Well, we'll have to wait on that one, Chroniclers. Rich is in a lot of trouble, just 100-0, no chance for him. And so, bro, they prove they can do it too.
Just that.
I don't think there are very many sandstorms at the beach.
Well, I know that, but what do you got then? Are they like a spicy drink?
They kind of are because, you know, they still have this reputation.
Oh, you know what?
For being just relentlessly aggressive, even if they're losing.
You get just a hint
at every stage, right? You gotta put salt.
Very good. Look at this man.
I'm learning.
Professional chef. So then
Ando really wants to dive. And he's going to get it. The flash comes in, the knockback as well. And once again, Morgan's like, well, there's no point in me flashing now. I'm just dead. And that is the combo that DRX have drafted. It works again.
I'm loving this play from DRX. It's actually so clean. Every single time the cooldowns are up, we are pushing our prio, right? In this case, it's UCal. We've seen it happen across the map now. Get prio, set up, Sponge ults in. No counterplays. Oh.
Any wall hiders?
Oh,
he saw him.
Rich,
he saw
knows.
him. Okay.
Rich, I feel like you saw him and then still walked forward a little bit. Oh, like back cancel?
Teabag. We're just doing the Rift Herald here for DRX. They are ahead enough, I feel like, especially with the Callista. They got very
control
nice
the brush.
turn. And yeah, the banana brush, they are just going to go for a full turn. The target selection, not exactly the best, and the peel is actually pretty nice, but do they have the damage? The answer is not quite, as Yukal came in from behind and also just ripped them apart. There's the knockup once again. Ando going to find another, and it is an absolute slaughter in favor of DRX. They get 4 kills off of the back of that play.
Ando did kind of kill Sponge there, but I think it's fine. They'll take it nonetheless. Got the kill on Morgan. Thanks to that as well. Yeah, it's not...
Yeah, not a great game to be a bro fan at this point.
They're on blue side.
Also, so DRX are just getting this for free, and there's absolutely nothing that bro can do about it. They didn't even get the Rift Herald, by the way.
Exhaust, this is our
Maybe
list.
How a Life can be pumpkin spice, because they're orange. Maybe they're orange juice. Well, that was interesting. Yukal just going to flash away from that, and now Sponge is against 3 people, but doesn't seem to care. Will he care? Yes, he will eventually, but now we've got Rich here, and he will finish off everybody as Jin ults in onto Yukal. So that's going to be a big one for Hype to pick up, but Rich still picked up a triple kill on the bottom side of the map. Very messy fight. DRX still ahead.
Set it off. Then Sponge actually really well done. Gets the spell shield specifically on Polu's ultimate. But there's 4 people there, so obviously he does die. And then even with Hype setting up shop, Rich does just kind of take everyone down as, yep, this is just gone. So good call from Lazyfield. Perfect KDA still, by the way.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Yukal part of every single kill in this one. 12
That's
for 12.
Kind of insane.
Yeah. Sponge, you know, 11 for 12.
Yes.
Those 2 have been part of almost everything.
Maybe Humbug and Sponge are just the same player, and whoever gets the early lead just does this. Like
yeah,
that kind of...
They're kind of similar.
Right? I do think Humbug has been consistently hitting higher highs, but...
Yeah.
in terms of playstyle, that does feel somewhat of a crossover there.
All right, we're ulting again, this time onto a Xin Zhao, who is alone in the top lane, gonna get feared up, and here comes the wall as well. Not much that Hamba can do except flash and try to get away, but the knockup comes in, and Yukal is eating turret shots, but he's got the voracious Atakan. Should be going down, and so will Sponge. Closer collecting a lot of gold. Ondil, nice setup there. But, yeah, just getting a couple of kills here is DRX. They will lose their buff, but just trying to get some value out of it.
And that's fine. If that plays end up working
After considering it for quite a while there, I think.
Oh, you can't just give well, we cannot give...
Are they just going to give Infernal Soul away?
We cannot... Okay, they know.
They know,
it's
but
fine,
like, now there's a wall and there's a Kalista on the enemy team. I think it's just, yeah, it's just on. They're just giving it away.
That's it.
They just gave away an Infernal Soul. Sponge is still going to go in. I mean, he's got Infernal Soul, so why not? They're still so far ahead. Bro, you're brewing for too long. Take the teabag out. It's time. It's time to drink the drink. Instead, they're just losing. Hambak's got his ult, so at least he'll live. Rich flashing in. Oh, and the burst. The Infernal Soul doing some work. And does the game just end here?
Yeah, it does.
Oh, the Q comes in. The barrier is not enough. Yukal puts an end to that noise.
Rich! I apologize. I'm sorry, buddy. My bad. I didn't believe in the Faker of Hots. I should have.
You weren't familiar with this game.
I was not familiar with his game. I saw him locking it. Now, was most of this last hitting? Yes, but who cares? Great game from Rich. Great game from DRX.
All right, flash on in. Big ult from the support, but it's not going to matter. They just get burnt to a crisp. And down they go. And there's still 8 seconds. I think that's enough. They're just autoing this down. The attack speed comes in from Lazy Feeling, yeah. That'll do it. 24.5 minutes. As down goes the Nexus. DRX, a very one-sided.
Or the Braum specifically, it's a DMF, or obviously you can block a lot. I was pretty hesitant last time. Anything that can reset turret aggro, I think maybe you can go for that, but how about here?
We'll dive in the bottom lane on a Lazy Field. A little bit of bullying as the aggro is taken here by the Braum, and Palu is just going to die. There he goes, first blood over to DRX, as now a kill is traded back, and Hype has to flash away.
As well, but just with how that first game went, I'd be a little worried. Is Yukal going to just blitz in? He is on the ward, might be in trouble here.
I mean, the charm has to land. It's not going to land. He just runs in a straight line with Phase Rush and says, well, see you later, nerds.
Walk, walk.
Yep. That also happened. Meanwhile, Morgan just...
And then Sponge is going to get Leandries.
What about Yomu's Ghostblade? Or no,
he has a
Edge of Night.
Oh, God. Well, it's fine. He won't do that.
Zeus build.
Oh, yeah, what was
Warden's Mail and Hex Drinker.
Ghost,
Edge of Night.
In.
Yeah, Hamba pretty deep in here, and he's getting quite low. The sleep comes down, and that's a free kill onto the enemy jungler. And now this Lilia just running around Lazy Field. Yes, he's pretty low. They take him out, and so will Ondil go down. And Sponge just hops away. Doesn't want any of it. Felt like he could have stuck around, but not going to happen. Palu does also live, and Bro somehow turned that into a winning fight.
Gonna have to see a replay for that one. Rich, you need to be careful. If Morgan... I actually think he had a kill window there. Because you can go for the...
built in that game. He built an Edge of Night.
Yeah, I think he built Cyrilda's 4. But he did build it.
Yes, he did.
You want to Bro oversteps, that isn't Braum. And even Braum without his E will die.
Just engaging on a Hambak here. That is a very nice Magnus Storm, but it's only Yukal doing damage. Now Hambak's going to go in, followed up by Closer. Meanwhile, we got Sponge just dying on the bottom side, and eventually Ondil goes down as well. They never really had any business taking this fight in the first place. As maybe they get Hambak. No, they do not. And he even gets a double kill on the back of it. It's 4 for Bro and 0 for DRX.
No more brewing! We are drinking, and DRX wasn't ready for the drink to be served. That was a blowout. That
you were
fight
so
was...
right about the team that gets ahead just wins.
I don't see your point.
Yeah, I'm just trying to think, like, did Bro do it better or did DRX?
Well, DRX is not giving up.
And neither did Bro. We're going to try to fight for this one. They do have the smite good for the side of Bro. Big engage for Ondil, but now the Scion comes in. They need some peel, but the Croc is going crazy in the back line. They pick up one, but Closer lives on such a low amount of HP. That's how we got UCal! He's just diving the turret by himself, 1v3! And he gets 852 gold for it.
Okay. 4-man sleep, kind of crazy. And I want to hear the comms. Wow, he's just locked in. If he hits the Q on closer, I think closer.
And that just meant that they all had to go through the one corridor to escape. And rather than escape, they all just ended up grouping up.
I'm getting worried, Veldas. I made some very strong statements regarding whoever gets ahead wins. And yet here I am, watching DRX.
Proving us wrong.
They really might. Blue man group now also showing up in top. Clearing the wave. Lazyfield, please be careful. Looks like he is okay.
Yeah. That's a big catch-up mechanic as well, just getting all the petals.
Oh yeah.
You know,
the plant doesn't make
I'm not about the plants, Chronicler, you know this. Especially the ones in League of Legends.
Yeah, no, oh, that's... Sorry, I forgot I was talking.
The petals,
second here.
The petals are good.
The petals are
good. They create action.
We like
what we
petals.
like.
So Bro are still 3k gold up, but it doesn't... You know, it's one of those games where you don't really feel it.
The majority of the gold lead is 2,000 ahead for hype. If he just dies at the beginning of every fight, do they really have a gold lead?
That's what I was saying earlier. I do think that Bro comp skills better, but it's not a given if people just woke up and kind of die.
Yeah, Morgan has taken that to heart. He says, I'm going to walk up and
Why are we trying to save him?
And we're trying to save him.
Just let him die.
Here we go. All right, big engage though. They're going to get Onivia, but they're running straight into an MF ults. As Big Sleep coming in, going to hit the two frontliners only though. Sponge trying to get away. UCal wants to do the DPS. He's got a big shield. And the Croc finally shows up at the exact right time. Bro, you were lulled in between a rock and a hard place. And now the chase here. Will they get Palu? I think eventually they do.
Why are we trying? Just let him die. You could give up the dragon.
I think we need a Degon cam for this one.
No, don't do it.
5-for-0.
Don't do it to... No, Ando died, but like, it doesn't...
We should fight anytime we get an opportunity. And Sion's not that important, right? All right, nice charm here, but immediate cleanse comes in, but the chains, and now the counter engage here from Ondil, just trying to create space. I think Lazyfield was fine, but Ondil just gonna go down.
That does feel a little unnecessary, because I think Lazyfield was indeed fine, so it Flash as well. So they're gonna try... Okay, UCal does have TP, I'm like, ooh. They're gonna try and get UCal's TP. UCal just wants to get this turret, but yeah, I think he has to show up here. This is still risky. Sponge, crucially, does not have the Flash available.
Just got to join the fight, and it's just going to be an ult from Lazyfield. It doesn't really hit the pit, but catches the guys that are running. The smite is good. Pretty simple there. And now a 4v5, but Lazyfield's not in the fight. It's actually a 3v5 as Lazyfield tries to get over, but can't. Down will go the Croc, and UCal and his buddy are just going to TP away. And it's just the one kill. And the Baron, more importantly here for Bro.
Could have been... worse for DRX. We're very close to losing multiple members there, but still, really big win for Breon. They are clearly not letting the pressure get to them. Bro, I say fine again, because they will get ton here.
Yeah, we're kind of all over the place on the gold difference graph.
I don't really know what's happening, and that's okay.
Well, right now, Bro are ahead, so they're the ones that are winning.
Okay.
I'm glad I could simplify that for you. Closer is level 17. He's about to get his own death cap.
You know Rich reached the patch notes because he went for a build that actually makes him tanky.
That's crazy.
For the extra damage, he's level 16.
Yeah.
That's going to tick like crazy.
It is. It's going to do a lot. It's got a decent amount of bonus AD as well. And
there's IE, that's big.
Yep, IE comes through. But will they save this inhibitor is a question. We have Rich posturing forward, but I think, yeah, just a couple more autos get it done. And that's the bot inhibitor.
Just push. Either team can give up this Drake, but I don't think that's what we're going to do. I don't think that's what we're going to do.
We must flip over this Drake. Now, we have a Realm Warp, which is going to get the Croc into the back line. And a little engage does come in. They try to turn on the Rich, but he is quite tanky. Not tanky enough, though. He gets burnt down. And now DRX are just running away. And the mobility of the R, he comes back in. Does a ton to UCal here, who nearly takes out Closer, but instead This is going to be DRX that are falling by the wayside. They couldn't quite let that third Drake go over. It was not allowed. And they made that very clear. But that does mean that they are going to lose the game, as Bro, with this one, will look to push bot and end.
Unseen Croc was not the deadliest. He just died. I'm still very confused as to yeah, they want to deny. I don't think it really matters.
It's just like Sponge ults, doesn't even go in range. He might even die. He has to flash. And yeah, I mean, eventually he kills him probably. There you go. But the game is over. So does not matter. Ondo comes back, avoids a charm, but that'll do it. Bro will force a game number 3. And we'll see how that ends, and one that probably goes even in mid. You know, just 2 control mages that are probably just wave clearing. Your bot lane wins, your top lane wins.
Because I talk about the Malphite and the Wukong, but with those you still have the same issue of not having any agency early. Hanbok's level 2.
He's level 2. He's trying to get a crab. He can't get a crab. Closer has to flash because Sponge is running through mid lane.
Sponge has not touched a single of it. I guess he took Raptors early on.
Yeah, he level 2.
Well, yeah, you had to, right?
Hanbok. No, you're not allowed to play the game. Stop trying to play the game. It's level 4, Sponge. And Hanbok has 7 CS. He's got like a camp and a half.
Hanbok like walks into the jungle. There are like 15 camps waiting for it. This is, yes, that's
interesting. Wait, but how did the blue jungler take all of the red jungler's camps? Well, you'll just have to watch the first 5 minutes of this game to find out.
I just love it that when we say something like, oh, it should be hard here for Bro because they don't got it online early.
Yeah.
And then you get the most merciless execution of that concept.
Oh boy, the flash on Encloser doesn't have flash. He's just dead, 100%. There's nothing he can do. Imagine getting flash stunned by Victor. That's what he did. And then
particularly if these objectives are starting to be stacked.
Oh, he said sit back and do nothing, but instead he's going in looking for the all-in.
I think they might have spotted Hanbok, and that's why he did that. Yeah, I'm gonna give him the.
I mean, again, you can't wait forever.
I'm not. You will have maybe 2 items, ideally 3. You have 3 items on Jinx and Orianna. You're gaming. It's fine.
Well, Morgan's gonna face check into the level 5 Elise, but the level 5 Elise has a lot of friends as he tries to flash over to the disengage cone, and he's gonna die anyway. And now Paulo in a lot of trouble, gets knocked up mid-dash. He's got another one, his Rakan. But yeah, even the Ambessa.
Hype gets a kill, Trey 1 for 1. Jinx gets excited, shove out the wave and base. Oh no. That is the murder squad!
Yeah, the murder cone. They're not going to go in on that one, actually, as now an engage here from Morgan onto Rich. Ult available for Hanbok, but he just holds on to it. Now we got TPs coming on in, and down will go Morgan again. And Hanbok still has his ult. Will he use it is the question. No, he's just going to flash away. And now, Bro, you can't fight. You need to leave. Stop trying to fight. You need to Bro and brew.
The quick cut to mid, getting... beyond that point now, Valdez, I don't think they can. I think they need Hail Mary.
Oh.
That's not the one.
Chronicler,
that's also
me.
not the one. Take it away, Valdez.
No, you take it away.
Take it away, Valdez.
Do analysis on whatever just happened. I don't have the answers here.
I think what we're seeing...
We need a bigger brain for this one.
Is DRX. They're back. They're so back, baby. That's my takeaway.
Okay, that's a good takeaway. I like that. It's very positive, optimistic.
Is it time?
I think it's partially true, too. I think that DRX are that really does show how far down DRX were in the depths.
It was rough. But in themselves, they found we're so back. And that's where we are right now, right?
I mean, also this game is... This
game, I don't...
Like, none of this is his fault.
So, I think that they're... I definitely think you can play it better, but I think it's hard. And it's also...
You have to know ahead of time.
It's mostly the draw. But I do think that this is a great learning opportunity for him, how to play from behind.
I actually think the Sadakon is fine for DRX. I think they're ahead enough. We'll see, though, if that actually does come true. As now Sponge goes in, and it goes over to Hanbok. Okay, maybe I spoke too soon. They are in the backline. Rich going to die. And all of a sudden, the scaling is beginning. Chaos Storm.
Hype's excited.
Doing some
Hype's dead.
Okay.
We're excited.
That actually happens. I don't even know what to say.
It's fine. He's not dead. He's just retreating.
He's withdrawing. Yeah, he's fine.
Actually, a big deal. They just need one pick so that
they accepted that it was sober over.
Hype, exactly. Hype has his rune ons, and what a comeback it would be.
Well, maybe a Drake for bro. A denial? No, it's not going to be denied. But he didn't get Poppy ulted away, at least. That's Chemtix soul over to DRX. And now Poppy is officially unkillable. Yes, Andil died kind of randomly on the backside there, but that's fine.
Close, I can't believe you stole Hype's kill. It's fine. It's fine.
A Jinx and a Dream.
Free item Jinx.
All right, here we go.
Poke is good for DRX.
Bro. Oh, stepping on a trap there. Closer takes a third of his health and damage. And now they engage on a Ridge, who is level 16, but the follow-up is not quite there. And there goes a bunch of members of Bro sailing away through the sky. 3 of them get sent. And it's just 2 free kills for DRX, and that should be...
Even with that ultimate, it wasn't enough. Jinx was out of the fight. And now they get the Elder. They get the Baron.
네, 다 날라갔어.
They all...
하면서. 네, 3명 날라갔어.
They all got
That was the... I mean, Sponge kind of won the game before, but that was another afraid. Do not stand afraid near the Bro gate. Just push on. You got this.
Yeah, they're doing a good job. You know, they sit UCal in mid, and the rest of the team just pushing bot. Don't even have to send this Poppy ult. Just cancel. They take down the turret.
Yeah, the fact that you can do that is still kind of insane to me.
Yeah, it is. Still no IE for Hype, as you pointed out. He did go BT third. So will he get an IE in this game on his hyperscaling carry? I think the answer at this point is no.
It's a pretty big spike. Would have been good.
Yeah, not meant to be. 30 seconds still on the Elder Dragon buff, and they can just begin to push in both mid and box and try to end this game. And the Chaos Storm is going to tick away and do an insane amount of damage to Hambach. I mean, there's just so much continuous dot damage. The Elder, the Leandries, the Chaos Storm. The Poppy ult get denied. Andil is going to get pretty low. But Closer, I mean, he's barely even alive in this one. We have an arm guard for Andil. He might go down. Down he goes. But so does the enemy support, Rakan. And now DRX, all they got to do is hit the Nexus and end the game. They'll take some kills with them. UCal not going to go down, just goes to his Zhonya's. And DRX win their second series up against Bro.